What's up everybody, Shadow Ninja here, and welcome back to another RageQuit review. Today we are going to be doing a movie review of Captain Marvel. I went into this movie thinking that I wasn't really going to like it because I thought they were going to overdo the whole woman power thing and it was going to become cheesy, but I went out of the movie feeling fairly satisfied about this movie. Not only because it was a good origin story, but it had a lot of cool moments, a lot of funny moments, and the action was pretty cool as well. Now, if you guys don't know what the story of Captain Marvel is, because I didn't know, I don't really know a whole lot about Captain Marvel as a character. I thought, growing up when I was surrounded by characters like Batman, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, just all those really cool superheroes, and then Captain Marvel comes along, I thought that she was more or less just a Superman clone, but for Marvel. So I really didn't take her into consideration. I didn't take her character too seriously. But if you guys don't know, that at the end of the Avengers Infinity War movie, as Nick Fury was, slowly fading away into nothingness, he took a translocator and punched in a couple buttons trying to message somebody. And we didn't know who it was until a screen came up on the translocator, and it was Captain Marvel's symbol. And that was really cool to see, and it got me hyped because it's a new character. And now she's got her own origin story. And it takes place way before even the first Captain America movie. And it gives us an origin story as to where Captain Marvel came about and how she fits into the whole Avengers thing. If you guys don't know, Brie Larson stars as Captain Marvel in this movie, and along with her, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, way before. It was taking place in the 90s, and the story follows just like this. Captain Marvel is found unconscious, and she doesn't know anything about her past life, so she's taken in by an intergalactic, space force known as the Kree, and they have an intergalactic war with the alien species known as the Skrull. And if you guys don't know what the Skrull is, they're basically goblins who can embody and take the shape and can take the appearance of anybody they lay their eyes on. And that is a real big threat, and it is done really well in this movie because it definitely shows the threat that the Skrull pose. And the intergalactic war between the Kree and the Skrull are really showed right in this movie, and they show how Captain Marvel is being trained underneath the Kree, and it shows exactly how much of a threat the Skrull pose to the Kree and everything that they stand for. And I think this movie does a really good job of showing how Captain Marvel came to be. She started off on Earth. You can see in the trailer she starts off on Earth, and then she loses her memory, and then all of a sudden she's being trained by the Kree as basically like the super soldier. And in the movie, it's always being stated that Captain Marvel cannot control her powers, so she's always kept on a leash because her powers are just so strong that if she loses control and loses control of her emotions, she's just going to cause havoc. And I think that balance is really well put together in this movie. And Nick Fury, his involvement is definitely necessary, and I did like it a lot. But anyway, I thought the graphics in this movie were kind of You could definitely tell where the CGI, kind of took place and dominated the screen. But some special effects definitely caught me off guard, as it was a little bit too flashy, but I guess that is what Captain Marvel stands for. She's just this superhero that has plasma hands and she can fly and all that great stuff. But anyway, I thought Captain Marvel's costume was really cool. It was definitely a different take on the previous costumes, and it kind of shows, how her alien lineage and her alien, camaraderie and her loyalty slowly blends, and as she starts, dealing with people on Earth, those alliances start to shift and change. And I thought, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel was really good. She was kind of a smartass, and she was kind of funny, which I didn't expect. I thought she was just going to be this all-serious, badass that, never smiled. But she does have a funny side to her, and that definitely showed throughout the movie. And I'm very happy they did that approach because, honestly, I don't really want Nick Fury cracking jokes. I think Nick Fury is supposed to be more of a serious guy, and he kind of was. He was cracking jokes and stuff, and you could definitely tell that Nick Fury is a little more lighthearted, and it makes you feel like as the years go by, maybe he gets a little bit more hardened, and he gets more, combat ready, and he's more focused, and he's more, all about what needs to be done, and he's not so much cracking jokes, kind of like how he is in this movie. But Captain Marvel is a good character. For a character who's only had one movie so far, they set her up pretty well, and they gave us a lot of backstory, and they gave us a lot of things to work with in the movie. They gave us looks at her past, and possibly they're going to give us looks into her future. Not spoiling anything, but I definitely thought Captain Marvel was a good movie. It wasn't great. It didn't do anything spectacular, groundbreaking, revolutionary, phenomenal. It didn't do anything above, you know, the line that we set for Marvel movies. It wasn't like this brand new thing. That it's just a generic superhero origin story, and that's exactly what I wanted. So, as I said before, the graphics were kind of off-putting, but the acting and the drama, the tension, the funny moments did make up for it. The fight scenes were pretty cool, and the origin story for a superhero that I didn't really care about was actually good, interesting, and it had a couple twists and turns along the way, and I didn't mind it. I'm really happy that Captain Marvel is now introduced into the MCU, and I can't wait to see what she does next. But anyways, guys, I'm going to give Captain Marvel a 7 out of 10. It wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. It was a good movie to have just for filler, and I really hope I can see more of her in the future, even beyond Avengers. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to become part of the RageQuit community, press that sub tab, and I will see you guys on the next one.